Hey y'all, it's Amber, aka GlamberMonique. I'm a retired makeup artist turned creator, and I'm showing up here to help your everyday makeup routine simple, stress-free, and actually fun. Today, we're getting into a look that is very beginner friendly, easy enough, and pretty enough that you can wear anywhere. So let's get into it. Make sure you've done your skincare routine. So my skin is clean, my skin is toned, it is prepped, and it is ready. So I'm gonna go in with Pond's moisturizing cream. This is an oldie but goodie. You wanna make sure that your skin is moisturized to your skin type. So if you have oily skin, you wanna make sure you're using a moisturizer that is set for oily skin people. If your skin is dry, like mine is like pretty like normal to dry, you want to make sure that you're using a moisturizer that is hydrating for your skin. So you want to make sure that you are basing your moisturizer on your skin type. That's first, that's law, okay? So I'm going in with my moisturizer, and I did use quite a bit because we want our base to be nice and hydrated and moisturized, because we're going in with quite a bit of product, and once you get to the powders, you don't want your skin to be dry. Key to a good makeup routine is your base, and your base starts with your skincare. I'm going to go in with the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer. This is just like the milk one, just more affordable, okay? So you do not have to always use high-end products to get a good result. Affordable products are just as good. e.l.f. is a great brand. I love e.l.f. I've been using e.l.f. since I became a makeup artist, and that was a very long time ago. And I'm gonna go in with like a little fan and just kind of let that set before I go in with my products. You want it to feel a little sticky so that the product sticks to your face. That's the point of a primer. The primer allows the makeup to stick and to stay and to hold and to last. So that is why we use a primer. You can also use a primer. You can use a mattifying primer. You can use a hydrating primer. Again, your product should be based on what your skin type is. So the next step I'm going to take is a color corrector. This is the e.l.f. Camo Color Corrector, and this is for hyperpigmentation. This is to help even out your skin tone before you put your foundation and your concealer on. This is an orange. Orange cancels out darkness, so I'm going to put this on my dark spots, and then I'm going to come underneath my eyes because there's some darkness under there. There's a little bit of darkness on my nose from my glasses, so we'll put that there too. And as you can see, I have some hyperpigmentation around the lips, so I'm going to add it there as well. So you can just add this anywhere you have some hyperpigmentation that you want to even out. Again, so the color corrector is not to cover up, it's to even out. It's to balance out your skin tone, right? So I'm going to use a fluffy brush. This brush is the AOA Studio High Def brush in number E104. I think I got this off of like Amazon or something. This is not like a high quality brush, but it gets the job done. So if you were on a budget, this is a good brush. So I'm just going to go in and I'm going to tap it in very lightly. Like, there are so many different color correctors. They have green ones, they have purple ones, they have the orange ones, and what they do is they if you use color theory, they help to cancel out something. So they have like I think the green cancels out redness and the orange cancels out darkness. Go according to what you want to cancel out, and that's an easy Google search. And if that's something that you guys want to learn later on, I can maybe do a tutorial on that as well. But for now, we're focusing on canceling out the darkness. So just evening out the skin tone. Next, what we're gonna go do is add our concealer. So this is the Juvia's Place I Am Magic Concealer, number 12. And what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go back in on some of the darker areas. And because this is just like a quick everyday look, we're not really focusing too much on like highlighting, contouring, things like that. We're just covering up some imperfections. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do here we are gonna go under the eye. And you don't need a lot. One thing I like to do is make sure that I come up here and angle this up, because we still want to lift the face. Like, even though we're doing something quick and easy, we still want to make sure that our face looks lifted. Also, when you're using your concealer, blend this out last. Let the one under the eye sit a little longer, because the more it sits, the better coverage you'll get for your concealers, for your concealed areas. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we are going to blend some of this out. We're gonna wait for the under eye. This is the Real Techniques brush in 200. This is an expert face brush is what it's called. It's nice, it's kind of dense, but it's fluffy. So this is a great brush to use to blend out. You see that? Like the hyperpigmentation you almost can't see anymore. You just want to blend it out so that it's nice and blended. Okay, I'm not going to use this brush for my under eye because I want to have a little bit more control. So House Labs concealer brush, I love this brush. It's amazing. It's fairly dense, but it also is angled, so you can kind of like get right up in this area and blend out. Okay, so I'm gonna blend it on the nose where I have it at my nose first, and then I'm gonna come out and blend it out like that. So we're just going to take it back where we put that that line of concealer where we lifted our face, and we're just going to come in, blend, and blend out. And we're not going to too much blend under here a lot, because you don't want that to really go away, but we're going to blend the edges out very well. And again, you can see I'm taking it up on the side of my nose, especially where that darkness is, where I wear my glasses. I'm gonna pull and push, pull and push. Okay, just to get that in there. And then repeat on the other side. I'm gonna blend it out along where the darkness is from my glasses. And then I'm gonna come out and push it right back up to where we started in the beginning. And then we're gonna take it and you see I'm just pushing, I'm patting and pushing. That's what you wanna do. You wanna push the product into the skin, and you wanna make sure that you have no line. So we're pushing and patting into the skin. Pull and push, pull and push. And that'll help get that concealer in those fine lines. So pull and push, okay? And then we'll go and we will blend out the edges. And then I'm just gonna take whatever is left on my brush from that and go down my nose, right around here, around my mouth. And then I'll take just whatever is left and put on my chin. Remember, we are not doing a full beat. This is just something for every day that is quick and easy. So I'll go in and I will blend out all the lines, because we don't want to have any lines. Even before we throw on our foundation, we don't want there to be lines. Okay. So the next thing I'm going to go in with is, this is my NARS This is my NARS Light Reflecting Foundation. I love this foundation. We're gonna go in, we're gonna shake it up. I'm gonna put it on the back of my hand. That is where I start. I'll start off with maybe 2 pumps. I don't need that much. And then we just kind of blend it out, warm it up. Warming up helps it helps it lay on your skin much better, okay? So I typically just take it and I'll go around the perimeter of my face where I don't have the concealer, and lay it. I'll place it. This is like old school. Remember the ladies used to put the little dots? That's what my mama used to do. I used to see her put dots all over her face. So next I'm gonna go in with this Morphe. This is a Morphe foundation brush, number M103. What I like to do is I like to use something hydrating, like this Evian spray. I'll spray my brush and kind of tap off the excess water, and then I'll just kind of go in and pat. We go in and pat. We pat it all into the skin. And if you need more, you still have more product on your hand that you can go back in and add to it, okay? So I'm just going around the perimeter. I'm adding the foundation. As you can see, putting some color back into the skin with our foundation. We're evening the skin tone with this foundation. This foundation is has a beautiful, beautiful glowy finish. Again, I am dry for the most part, so I like to have foundations that are glowy. If you're oily, you typically would go towards foundations that have a matte finish. But I'm gonna go around all of that concealer that I added there. We're gonna go around here because this will actually help to blend it out even more, so that you don't have that harsh line of demarcation to where you can see where your concealer starts and where it ends. We don't want that. So I'm gonna go in and just add the remainder of that foundation onto my brush. And just kind of go in all over. Okay. It looks so good. It looks so good. It looks so natural. It's a beautiful finish. I love this foundation. It's one of my favorites. Okay. So again, we're just patting. We're patting. And you just keep patting until you are all blended out. Pat, 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 pat. And then I'm going to take it also down the neck, because you also don't want a line of demarcation here. So you want to take it and blend it down the neck. You can go through your ears. Okay. So this is our base. I'm not going to add a contour because we're not contouring. We're not doing a lot of sculpting. We're literally just, this is every day. We're going to add some warmth, but we're not going to sculpt. Okay, so this is it. So far we have our concealer and we have our foundation. What I'm going to go in with next is our setting powder to set our under eye. Today I'm using the Anastasia Beverly Hills loose setting powder in the color Deep Peach. And I'm going to take it, I'm going to place it into here. You don't need a whole lot. And I'm going to use a powder puff. I got these off Amazon. They have better ones, but again, if you're on a budget, these work just fine. So these are the Face Made powder puffs. The first thing you want to do before you add your setting powder to your concealer, to your under eye, you want to take your concealer brush that you use to blend it out, pull your face down once again, and go in right underneath the eye and tap into it so that the fine lines do not stand out. So pull and tap, okay? Pull and push, pull, push, pull, push, pull, push. That's what you want to do right before you go in with your setting powder, okay? So we're going to take it, we're going to take our powder puff, we're going to go in just like this, and you see that there is a lot of product on here. We don't want that. So what we're going to do is we're going to take it and we're going to just kind of clean it up, even it out on the powder puff, tap off the excess here, and then we can go in. What I like to do a lot of times is take my finishing spray, my setting spray, and spray the powder puff. This will help, you know, this will lock it in. We go lock it in, okay? So we'll take that, pull our space, and pat it in, okay? pat it in, out, and we'll go up until where we sat. We're going up. Remember, we want to lift our skin. We want to lift our face. So pat, all in and up. So, okay. Up and up, in and out and up. In, out, up. That easy, right? In, out, up. Okay? And then I'll just go in and blend out that line that we had. I'll go in now here and I'll blend out that extra line that we have there, okay? So, can you see the difference? This definitely looks more matte, more finished. Where over here, we look like we've been, you know, we've been outside sweating a little, but this is with the setting powder and this is without the setting powder. You want to make sure, again, that you're going and you're patting in, out, and up, okay? And then I'm gonna take it up on the side of my nose as well so that it's blended out, okay? Perfect. We're gonna go back in. We're gonna do the other side and I'm going to go in again because I've been talking and just explaining this to you guys. I'm gonna go back in, pull and push. Remember, pull your face, push it in. Okay. Perfect. We're gonna go in with our puff. Tap, 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 tap. You see we got lots of access. Tap, 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 tap. Tap, 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 tap. This is more even. We're gonna go in with our spray, spray. You don't need a lot, just a little, because then if you use too much, the moisture will be patchy, so you don't want that either. So we'll go in, tap in, out, up, okay? In, out, up. Perfect. And you just tap that into the skin. You press it, okay? You want to make sure that you're pressing that setting powder into the skin to prevent creasing, okay? So that is where we are here. And then I'm just going to tap it out in a roundabout motion so that that line of demarcation is not showing up. Remember, go up against the sides of your nose and then voila, okay? Beautiful. Take the excess, go up in your forehead area where you applied some concealer. You can bring it down your nose here, and then on your chin here. We don't need to add any extra. Remember, we are just going out to play during the day. That's what I'm gonna call this. Play during the day. This is our play during the day look. And I'm just gonna continue to pat this into my skin. Boom, right? Beautiful. So the next thing I'm gonna go in and do is I'm going to warm up my skin, right? Right now we're looking a little flat. We're looking like we don't have any dimension in the skin. And again, I'm not sculpting. This is bronzing. We're gonna bronze our skin. So this is such an old product, but it's a good product. This is the Black Radiance True Complexion Loose Setting Powder in the color Cocoa Kisses. And I'm going to take that and do just like I did with the finishing, with the setting powder. I'm going to take it, put it in my cap, and this time we're going to go in with a more fluffier brush, but I also have it to where it's kind of pointed so I can keep it where I want it, okay? So this is the Sigma Tapered Face Brush F25. Let me just tell y'all, if you need some new brushes and you need them at a decent price and you want a good brush, Sigma is amazing. I've had these Sigma brushes since my makeup artist days. Like, I've had them for a very, very long time, and as you can see, they are still holding up. They are still beautiful. They are soft. They have withstanded the test of time. So Sigma brushes are that girl. I haven't heard a lot of like makeup artists been using Sigma brushes anymore, or like even like influencers or anything like that been talking about using Sigma brushes, but baby, get you some Sigmas. I hope the quality is still good. I haven't bought it in a while. I haven't bought them in a while. These are like my old ones from years and years ago. So hopefully like the quality is still just as nice as when they made them before. So I'm gonna take this brush, go in, and I'm not gonna go in and get all of that product. I'm just gonna take some and I'm going to roll it around. I'm gonna roll my brush around in there, tap off the excess, and we're gonna go in around the perimeter of our face and warm it up. So we're gonna start at the top of our ear. And the trick that I learned at Bare Minerals when I worked for Bare Minerals was you do a backwards E and a number 3, okay? So say we start here. We got this, we go here, here, boom, boom, okay? So, boom, boom. Just write out the letter E, the number 3, and those are the places, that's where you will place your bronzer, okay? And then I'll take it in a circular motion just so that it's nice and blown out. I'm not bringing it all the way down here. If you see that I'm kind of stopping right at the apple of my cheek, and then I'm going up, okay? So can you tell the difference from this side and this side? Like that looks really good, right? Good, okay, so I'm gonna go and I'm gonna take a little bit more of my powder. I'm going to roll my brush around, and then I'm going to tap off the excess, and here we go again. Okay, come down, definitely get your jawline up. Here we go, here, and then here, okay? And like I said, I just continue, I swirl. I'm a swirl girl with this part of it because I like it to look blown out and not saturated in one place. And this is just warming the skin back up. We're putting some color back into the skin. We're putting some dimension back into the skin. And the reason why I continuously swirl is because I want it to be blended and I don't want it to look like dirt sitting in one space, right? Because sometimes that can happen, especially with like contouring. So, and I'm not contouring, I'm bronzing, but I'm just saying like the swirl helps. The swirl matters, okay? So when you get to this part, just a nice fluffy loose brush, not anything dense. You don't want to use anything too dense because that's going to compact the color right where you want it. You want something nice and loose and fluffy so that the color can be blown out, right? Okay, perfect. So you see, we're looking natural, we're looking good. And you see I have all this extra product in my thing. I don't need that. We're gonna put it right back in our container. Okay, so we've set our concealer, we've done our bronzer. What we're gonna do next is we're gonna go in with our finishing powder. You don't have to add this. Let me just make that statement. We've set our under eye enough and in a way that it won't crease, but I like mine a little bit brighter. So I'm gonna go in with this One Size translucent powder. This is gonna add just a little bit more brightness under my eyes. Same thing, take it in the cap, and I'm gonna take that same powder puff that I used to put my finishing powder on, and we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna dab it, okay? And then we're gonna take it and take the excess onto our hand so we don't have a whole lot. I'm also gonna, again, spray my finishing spray, and I'm gonna go in and just tap that in. Now, you can leave this as is for now while we go in and do the rest of our face. So we'll let that set, almost like a baking, but it's a baby bake, okay? We'll call this like a little baby bake because we're not using a lot of product. You know, we're not gonna let it sit too long. This is just so that we just wanna brighten it up under here just a tiny bit, okay? So that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna take it, I'm gonna put it on the same places as well, our forehead, our nose, okay? The places we want to stick out. Okay, I'm also going to I'm going to blend out that line of demarcation with, I don't want that sitting there. So the longer it sits, the harder it is to blend it out. So I'm just going to blend that out with the brush that I used for the bronzer. Okay, so now we're going to go in, and what we're going to do is I'm going with this finishing powder, and I'm going to put that around the perimeter. So, and I might add a little bit in the middle, but we're going to take a very loose, big, fluffy brush for this. We're going to take it, we're going to tap, tap, tap. This is another Black Radiance product that I love. This is a True Complexion Soft Focus Finishing Powder, and we're just going to take this all around here just to kind of set everything in place. Okay, you can go over your under eye, you can go over all of that. We're just setting everything in place. Okay, beautiful, 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 beautiful. So now next I'm going to go in with my blush today. Because it's fall, I have been loving the She's Wanted by Patrick Ta. It is a beautiful plum-like color, and we're not going to use a whole lot, but the good thing about this duo is that it has a cream one and it has a powder one. I didn't go in with the cream because I didn't want like a very, very bright pigmented blush look. We just wanted something natural for every day. This is a Amazon brush that I had got from BS Mall. I don't even know if that's the thing, but that's what it says on here. This is a nice fluffy loose brush, and I'm going to take it, and I'm only going to use like one side of it to place my so I'm going to take my blush, take it, tap it. As you can see, look at that. I'm going to, and then blush placement is important. I want my face to be lifted, so I'm going to start here and lift, here and lift. Okay, I'm going to start here and lift. I'm not going to take it down. We don't want our face to become dragged down. We're going to just take it up because we want our face to be lifted, our skin to be lifted. Okay, and I'm just going to take, and you see how pretty that color, like that color is beautiful. Okay, tap, tap, tap. You don't need a whole lot. Take out some excess. Pat, pat, pat up. Pat, pat, pat up. Pat, pat, pat up. Okay, like this is a gorgeous, gorgeous color. It's like a plum, perfect for fall and winter. Give us a beautiful flush of color. So yeah, how pretty is that? I think that's gorgeous. Okay, so, and what I'm gonna do, I just like to take my brush, kind of blend some stuff out. We don't want any hard lines. Bam, right? Beautiful. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with my brows. We're doing a very basic brow, so I'm going to go in with my L'Oreal Faux Brow, and I am going to brush my brows up. This is just from my little Sephora pencil. Brush them up. I'm not going to add anything to my brows because, again, this is a very everyday cutesy. Okay, so faux brow, you're going to take it and we're just going to put some strokes. If your brow is short like mine, you can extend it with this, and you don't want to extend it further than the corner of your eyelid. Okay, so you don't want it to go any further than that. You want to kind of stop right where the corner of your eyelid is, and then we just go in with little bitty strokes. This is like my favorite product for like a one-step brow because you really don't have to do much. I'm going to blend that in and just, you know, look how beautiful that is. Very pretty. I'm going to go in here. We want to extend that one as well. I don't know how my brows became so short, but they did. I guess over the years of waxing my brows, we kind of waxed off my tail, but that's what makeup is for, right? Okay. going to take it and we're going to blend that out. Okay. Very quick, very easy. We're going to take, if you want to take away some of that color in the front, just kind of blend that as so. You'll just take your spoolie and brush out, just to have a nice ombre effect, if that's how you like your brows. Everybody likes their brows differently, but this is just a way, a quick way to fill your brows. Like, I love this little pen. It's amazing. I wish the pen had a spoolie so I didn't have to use a separate one, but maybe they'll add one. So yeah, so there's that. There's, our brows are good, right? And so for my shadow color, I'm not really trying to use a color. So I'm gonna go in with my bronzer and just kind of just put a flush of brown. This is the Fenty Beauty Cocoa Naughty bronzer. And I'm gonna go in with, like, this is a very fluffy brush, super fluffy. This is the Real Techniques setting brush. I can use this, you can use this to set powder, which is actually a really good brush to set powder, but we're gonna use it for my eyelids today, okay? So if you wanna blend anything out, you may have foundation or concealer or something on your eyebrows, we're gonna do that. And we're just gonna take it and place it and blend it. And this is just so that, just to give us a little bit of color on our lids, okay? I don't wanna lie. And what I'm gonna do actually is take this color and bring it down on the sides of my nose, just to blend that out up here to where it's all kind of connected, right? We'll do the same thing over here. Take it, connect it. And this is a nice way, nice easy way to sculpt your nose as well, okay? So we'll just take it and connect everything. So very light flush of color there. Should we do liner? Should we do liner? Should we do liner? Should we not? We're not gonna do liner today. This is the Giorgio Armani mascara. I really like this mascara. And so that you don't waste your mascara, you wanna pull it and take some of that excess off. You don't need all that, okay? We don't have to waste all of our product. So I'm gonna take it. We're gonna throw our mascara on. This is a really good mascara, okay? I'm not gonna add lashes because we're not looking for the drama today. We just want our lashes to be seen. Like, I feel like mascara opens your eyes up. So, I love mascara. And this is like a really good one. You see like the difference? Yeah. That looks good. Take off some of that excess. You don't need it all. Like, this is such a good mascara. It's not clumpy. It's very black. I love a nice, good black mascara. It lengthens the lashes a bit. Okay, and then we'll do our bottom lashes. I like my lashes to stand out. So we're gonna go in our bottom lashes and kind of just tap. You want to be careful. Take your time. Take your time, because you can get that mascara up under your up under your lashes, and then you got a black eye. So just take your time. Tap it on your bottom lashes. And if you do get it on there, I know a trick. You just let it dry and then you flake it off with like a tweezer or something, because once it dries, it's easy to come off, okay? So we've opened up our eyes with our mascara. beautiful. So we've opened our eyes with our mascara. This looks so great. Like, this looks so great. Okay. So next what we're gonna do is we're gonna do our lip combo, honey. I don't care where I'm at, I need a lip combo. I don't care where I'm going. I don't care what I'm doing. Baby, I am going to have a lip combo, okay? A lip combo is going to have me. A lip combo is going to see me. And usually my lip combos is just a brown and a gloss. I'm looking for my chestnut pencil and I don't see it. But, so let's see, where we at? Okay, we don't have our chestnut pencil. I know I got a brown pencil. Like, that's not MAC. Like, come on, don't fail me now. I'm just gonna use my NYX line Loud. This is, I don't even know what color this is. I do like this pencil though. This is the NYX line Loud. So I'm gonna say here, right at my Cupid's bow, I'm gonna make a line. The other side of my Cupid's bow, we're gonna make a line. So we're gonna X marks the spot, okay? Right at our Cupid's bow. Then we're gonna take from that line and just kind of go down, right? Same with the other side. Boom. Now, I can leave my Cupid's bow like this and have a very pointed Rihanna-like Cupid's bow. This is, I think I'm gonna keep it like this. I usually don't. I usually go for a more rounded look, but I'm actually kind of feeling this right now. So I'll go into the bottom. And today, I'm not really gonna have my lips look bigger, so I'm just lining on my line. If you want a more plump looking lip, then what we will do is overline our lips, but today we're just gonna keep it simple and line on our lip line, right? Okay, now take and I'll blend. You can blend with your lips, or you can take a brush, a little fluffy brush, and blend it with that. Don't be afraid to use your tools. This is what they're for. This is what your brushes are for, okay? You don't only have to use them for one way, right? Like, this is an eyeshadow brush, but you see I'm going in now. Okay, I'm going to add a little more to the bottom so that I can, like, I'm always so dry. I should have put on a chapstick before I did it, but I didn't. And I'm just gonna go. I like a nude. I'm a nude girl. This is like a pinky nude. So this is the Juvia's Place Coffee Shop lip gloss in Coffee Break. And it has some color to it, so I like it. It has color and it's glossy. So we're just gonna take that right in the center. Okay, you can add more. You want more color? Beautiful. Okay. Right? A very pretty, natural, everyday, quick look. What I'm gonna do next is I'm gonna go in with my hydrating spray. We want to be hydrated a little bit. I don't think I'm gonna add any highlighter today. I think today we're just gonna go with this it's almost like kind of matte, but I'm not mad at it because I don't look dry, right? We don't look dry, just matte, just very simple, easy. So I'm gonna go in with some hydrating spray, and this is the Evian Face Mist. I'm gonna go in with that first, just to put some hydration back into the skin, okay? And then, that will, look how like that added just like a beautiful glow. What I'm gonna do next is go in with my All Nighter Urban Decay All Nighter spray, and this is what's going to lock it in and set it, and it'll last all day, okay? So, that is that. And then I'm going to fan me off here. Let's fan me off. And that is the look, you guys. I hope that this tutorial was easy for you to follow. I hope that you learned something today from this tutorial. If there is anything else that you'd like me to show you, that you'd like to see from a retired makeup artist, I will be glad to come on and do those tutorials for you. I just wanted to give you a simple, everyday, very quick, nice look for beginners. This is very beginner friendly. Of course, with everything you do, you have to practice. So you can follow along with this tutorial. That's how I got started. Before I became a makeup artist, I would just follow along and pay attention and just pause when I needed to pause, play when I needed to play, and just follow along. So thank you guys for watching. If you made it to the end of this video, I appreciate you. Of course, like and subscribe so that my video can get pushed out as I am growing my channel. And yeah, if you, like I said, if you guys want anything else, if you want more tutorials, please let me know in the comments below. I will gladly take your inquiries and use that to make more videos in the future. So I hope you all have a great day. I will see you all later.